Thanks, Fabio. So I'm Joey. We built the Quantower Indicator for MenthorQ, and I want to show you how that works here. So the first thing to do is after you've signed up for MenthorQ, you can sign into your dashboard right here, and then you can find all the list of integrations that are available to you. For the Quantower one, click on the indicator to download the indicator file, and I'll do that here. Now I'm going to use the updated version for the demo, which will be coming out later today. But this is how you would download the indicator here, extract it into a folder, then from there, what you can do is copy this file into your indicators folder. Now, for Quantower by default, that will be under C, Quantower, settings, scripts, indicators. So just copy this file right into here. That's all you have to do. And so now at this point, if you want to open up your Quantower chart, which I have here, if you click on Add Indicator on the chart, now what you'll see is a new indicator under Custom called MenthorQ Levels Premium. So if you click that, that's going to show you the initial settings page for the indicator. Now, the API key you would pull from your dashboard by clicking this link here. So I'm going to put mine in right now, and that will let you see the activation of all the levels. So I have NQ open right now, and this is the default settings for everything as far as colors and the types of levels that are shown. But I can add, other levels if I want to, blind spots, and that will plot those levels for you on the chart. And so that's like the very basics as well. And these levels work for futures. You can also go into, say, Apple, which I have available here. If I pull up Apple, that will refresh the levels. That will show Apple levels as well. I can show the swing levels for Apple. So I'll just turn everything on so you can see a example. And so that will pull all the levels from the MenthorQ API for you automatically, so you don't have to plot anything yourself. And so if I go back to, let's say, ES, what I want to show you is some of the new features that we're adding, which is level conversions. So if I want to go in here and I want to say I want to convert SPX for ES, then I'm going to activate that level. Now I can do manual or auto or spread, same as the trading view indicator as far as the options there. So actually, say I wanted to go into NQ because I know there's a ratio that people like to use for manual for NQ. So if I go into here and I say, okay, I don't want to use auto for this one. I want to use, say, manual, and I'll do QQQ and say 41.26 for the ratio. This is a manual ratio. So if I do that and I refresh the price levels, that'll show the QQQ levels on the chart alongside everything else. And so that allows you to use the manual conversion yourself using any ratio that you want. Now, say you wanted to use the auto ratio. So I'm going to use ES for that. And if I go into here and I say I want to use auto, and I'm going to use SPX. Let me find SPX here. Okay. I don't need that label anymore. And this manual ratio won't apply This is, as you can see, these two fields are only when you're using manual mode. So auto, it's going to automatically calculate that for you. And so now if I hit refresh, now what you'll see is the auto-calculated SPX levels plotted on your chart for you. And so you can do numerous conversions if you want, and those will plot there on the chart for you. And so let's see if I wanted to turn that off. Back to the futures levels. So that's the basics of the levels getting plotted on the chart, both the levels that you're used to seeing in the Quantower indicator, but also the new converted levels as well. And some of the features that we've had for a while, in case you haven't seen it, is the ability to customize the colors and the size and a lot of different details about the levels that are shown. And so if you want to change the size of the text, you can make that bigger, right align the levels if you want, offset them. So say you don't want them all the way over there, you can offset it by however much you want, and just kind of play with that however much you want. And then of course you can change the color, which is the important part for a lot of people. So you can change the colors of individual levels as well as the size and the style of individual levels. So say I wanted to change, let's see, the GEX2 to be a little bit larger. So the GEX2 right now is overlapping with the gamma scalping levels. So you'll find that a lot with the futures. And so if I turn off the scalping levels, that will show that new style right there. Because the problem is that for overlapping levels, there's a style that's used at the very bottom of the settings called other. And so that style is used for levels that overlap on the same price, because we don't really know what color to apply or what style to apply if there's multiple levels, right? So that style will apply for any levels that overlap each other, which is why you were seeing, if I turn this back on to scalping, what you'll see is it turns back to white, because that's my styling for the GEX2 or for the other level settings there. So anyway, so I turn scalping off just to make it simpler for you to see the settings change. You can see here the GEX2 is changing. I can change the style of it to dash, dot, anything you want that's supported in Quantower. And so I can change the color and everything that you want. So and then of course you can toggle levels on and off as you want to as well. And so all the current levels that are supported by MenthorQ are shown in here. The gamma levels, the blind spots, and yeah, so it's fully customizable to your needs. And one little tidbit that might be helpful for folks that aren't familiar with it in Quantower is you can actually save templates for your indicators. And I use that a lot throughout Quantower. But one of the nice things is once you have your settings like exactly where you want them, including your API key, by the way, what you can do is you can save a template, and this will save all your settings that you've configured in here for this particular indicator into a template that you can later apply on your own. Because see, like my personal settings that I use for MenthorQ is saved in a template here. And what you'll see is when I apply this, it actually changes all the levels white, because I like to have all my levels white, just a personal preference. But that allows you to basically, it'll apply any settings that you have from that template, so you can make it easier to go back later on. So that's a basic overview of the settings and how the Quantower indicator works.
Yeah, and maybe Joy, we can show also the power of it, maybe converting SPX level on like an asset like Apple, or like even QQQ levels on Nvidia. I would say that that's like also the big power of this indicator.
Okay, so go to Apple and then convert, or other way around?
Yeah, if you go to Apple and we bring in the SPX level, and then maybe what we show also the QQQ levels on Nvidia and see what happens.
Okay. Let's see. If I go to, let's turn on some of those levels. So you want to convert SPX to Apple?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. There we go. So now we have the Apple chart up, and we have SPX levels being converted and plotted on the chart. So we can change. Let's see. I don't have QQQ myself as far as the options data for QQQ available in my Quantower. I have SPX, but not QQQ right now. So I don't know if you wanted to. I can show it. I can show the manual for QQQ with a manual ratio if you'd like. I can do that. So I can do that, and then that'll pull. Let's see, QQQ manual.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
you can use the ratio of 363,485 for Nvidia.
oh, for
Yeah, if you do it on Nvidia.
okay, let's see Nvidia. Let's see Nvidia. You want to use a manual ratio for QQQ, you said?
Sure, and it's 3.63233.
63233. Oh, okay. I'll have to change that in the next update, actually, because I only have 2 decimal places right now.
Okay.
I can change that in the next update, though. But yeah, so we go here, Nvidia. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
There you go.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Thank you, Joy. That was awesome.